Alright, welcome back to another league race. We're back for a new season, finally, of FTRL GT1 Season 23. Lots of things to knock off the bat with a new season, new format, etc. So let's get into this. It's the return of the Manufacturer Series. We did this back in GT21, or sorry, GT20, and I teamed up with Lee in the Aston Martin. So we pick a car, and we run with that, and we have different cars with different strengths, etc. There is a picking order to be had. We'll go over the car list now. This is qualifying in the Group 4 Master, which we'll get to in a moment as well. This is what the car selection was. We were given an order then to pick this from. So we have the Alfa Romeo, the Audi, the Ford, the Lexus, the Peugeot, the Toyota, the Mazda, the AMG, the Beetle, and whatever the last one was. This was the picking order. So myself and Lee were picking third. You can see the ones that went ahead of us. I wanted the Lexus, but Sean and Rom took that. So myself and Lee took the Mercedes, which was the best car available after that. The Supra we expected to go first, and then we'd hoped the Lexus would stay, just because it would give us a lot of flexibility with fuel. But the Merc, yeah, I'll have thoughts about the Merc. We'll get to you see some of the competitors' cars, which you'll see all across the 12-week season. There's the tracks. There's wrinkles to be had for each one of them. The first of which being at Spain here today. We have a Group 3 car, the Group 4 car, just like we did last time. Unlike the last time in the Manufacturer Series, the Group 4 car is the same for everyone. It's the Group 4 Mazda. And here's the first week. Each week is themed. This is the first theme of the season. We have two Group 4 sprints around the short Barcelona circuit, and then with varying stipulations for the grid and what that sets. So qualifying session to set this first race. The race result of race 1 sets the race 2, and then the reverse result of race 2 then in Group 4 sets our endurance grid, and with differing tyres and fuel rates for each week. So that mostly covers it, I believe. This is now Group 4 qualifying in the Mazda. Everyone's in the same car here. This track for me with this car was not my friend. I couldn't really get the most out of it. I struggled a bit. People are in the 13s. I never even hit a 13. 14.2 is the best I've done by far up to this stage. We knocked that down to a 14.1. Did pretty well. That's as good as I could ever hope for, to be honest. I think I did pretty well to get that lap. I think I was going for 8th or 9th in the end. But anyway, so yeah, these Group 4 races, they're not quite my cup of tea. I don't quite get on with the Group 4 cars as much as the Group 3 cars. I can't quite seem to find the limit of them compared to Group 3s, and usually in Group 4 settings it's about their sprints more so than endurance side of things, so it doesn't really play to my strengths either. But here's the first race in the Group 4 Mazda. We're starting from, we actually did finish 7th in the end, not too bad. So anyways, you can see some of the lineups there. We can go to some of the teams a bit as well. Oh fuck, did I leave my traction control on? I did, didn't I? Son of a bitch, I just realised that now. Fuck's sake, what? Oh no, okay, never mind, it was off. Okay, jeez. Don't scare me like that, man. Couple of team partnerships. So we've got Biggles and Fieber in the Supras. We got Rom and Sean in the Lexus. We've got Aaron and Pagani in the Beetle. We got myself and Lee in the Mercedes. Just standard lap 1 stuff here. Just Group 4's absolute carnage, really. What else have we got? We got Chubbs and Witchell together. They're in the 4GT. They had the last pick. We've got Pine, and who is Pine's teammate? Actually, not sure who Pine's teammate is. I'll have to, at the top of my head, I'll have to come back to that. I think it's Dominic, actually. I think Dominic and Pine are teammates. Tom and Ross returning as teammates as well. So that's a good one for them as well. I think that's most of the teams. I don't think I've forgotten anyone else at this stage. So there we go. So yeah, I find it funny how like myself and Lee, Pagani and Aaron, and Tom and Ross ended up going back as teammates for the Manufacturer Series. So yeah, I knew I wanted to team up with Lee again. So for the Manufacturer Series, so there we go. This first lap, yeah, side-by-side action. Biggles then. A lot of food-related cars. We're in the... I should explain our own livery here. Made by, I think Dusty Fossil made ours, which did a fantastic job with it. And we are Roundtrees. This is an idea I had wanted for last season with me and Tom. And because to use the green for the Pro-Am, the fruit pastilles, and then the orange then, which I think is the wine gums or the jelly tots, one of the two. I actually can't remember which one's which, but We did it this season for we got the free pass deals for the Group 4 car, and you'll see our Group 3 car later on. But anyways, lap number 3, we're kind of plodding along here. Again, this is not really my thing. I struggled with because it's a front wheel drive car. I struggled with the turning on this and how to drive front wheel car properly. So a bit of contact there, which well, that's Rom, but a clean move nevertheless. Yeah, he's in the Starbucks car, which I liked. We'll go over some of the deliveries I quite enjoyed. Obviously, quite enjoy Pagani's here on the left-hand side, him and Aaron. I think they're called Mini Milks. So, anyways, down the inside of Pagani, but he's going to have the outside. Again, you want to get this thing hooked in and get on the power as quick as you can. But Pagani's on the inside here, so he's going to get this moved back, rather. So, yeah, best cars, I think, are the Supra and the Lexus. The Lexus in particular is going to be an interesting car to deal with its amazing fuel efficiency. So it's going to make strategy quite interesting at times for it, and how the rest of the field may have to just try and match as best we can what that Lexus does. So I'd hoped it would be in myself and Lee's hands in strategy experts, but anyway, I say experts, I mean, yeah, I can work some strategy, but anyway, not to be. So we had the Mercedes, which the Mercedes, we're watching Group 4 action here. It's just, there's just not much to say. It's just, this is the last lap here, lap 12. Some shenanigans in front kicking off, and Dominic then ends up off the track. I think he may have lagged out, or I'm not sure if he quit or lagged out, but anyways. I think we'll finish P8 here, but anyway, I was testing, when we were testing these cars first, because we obviously, once the Lexus and Supra went, we had choice of car, we had to test what was good. The Merc, I was using the wrong Merc the whole time. I was using the 2016 one, and that was an absolute pig. So it was only like a week or two later till I found out I was using the wrong Merc, and the new one was much better. So I have not so much qualms about this. We'll get onto its quirks later, but Corvette was very nice as well. I really enjoyed the Corvette. I wouldn't have minded that at all, but we were picking quite high, and the Mercedes was just the best car available. It's an all-rounder. Anyways, again, I hope that traction went down, because I don't remember. It would explain so much, but I have surely put it down, so we'll find out as we flick through. Anyways, we finished P8, so we start P8 for race 2 here. Yeah, there we go, it's down. Oh no, I think I left it up. That's what it was. I left it up to get a little launch off the line. That's what it was. Okay, I knew it was something. This is why I should record these more quickly when they actually happen. Anyways, a half a look down the Pagani on the inside there. Really, it's just about surviving. People send it in these sprints. It can be pretty outrageous at times. So trying to hook around the outside here. We got Pine on our left, Biggles in front of us then. Biggles and the rival Haribo. We have to prove ourselves for a superior jelly. Even though I personally believe Haribo is a better jelly than the fruit passes and wine gums. Anyway, well, I've got to fight for it, man. You have to fight for what's yours. I go half defensive against Pine, who sends it anyway. It's kind of uses Rom as a break almost. That was a send from him. Or at least that was my thought at the time. Anyways, lost position to Dominic, who was a penalty, and there's further shenanigans into the sector 3. Of course, we're using the national layout, which uses the last chicane, whereas the version we're using for Group 3 will not. And then Pine barrels into Rom, and it's like, jeez, man, this is out of control. Contact there, I can't really do much about it, but more contact there, and yeah, so it's not been the cleanest first lap. So yeah, we've gone from 8th to 11th. I'll be 10th in a sec. So yeah, a bit messy stuff. The driving standards in particular, I wasn't too pleased with this week across the board. I know it was our first week back in a while, but even still, there were some ghastly ones you'll see later on as well. Lap number 3, so Lee missed the first race, so he joined for the second one, but he started at the back for the second one, so yeah, he's got pace here, so let him go. He gets two for the price of 1 there, so yeah, this is very similar to our race in Spain in the Aston Martins last time as well, so go slip up the inside of Biggles, and trying to hold it down the inside here. I think he's going to hold it. You could use a bit more of that AstroTurf in Group 4s, not so much in Group 3s. On the inside of that turn there, but he's got the inside line, just enough space. I'll try and leave as late as I can, but there's another car on the inside, and I think Sean, or is it Dominic? Must have been Dominic. Like, where am I supposed to go? Like, I was just laughing at this stage because it was just it was quite messy. I'll be honest, and this is kind of the nature of things with the sprints. Sean had more sends then into the inside there. Biggles goes wide. Pine goes wide as well. Does Biggles get a penalty for this? Try and pick your path. Like, where do you go? What line do you commit to? You know, you try and yeah, pick one early. I went try and go for the switchback here. I could afford to do so. There's no one on my inside. Yeah, just battering rams as always. These Group 4 cars I find are glorified bumper cars, if we're being completely honest. There's a lot of that, and I suspect there will be a lot as well. I also suspect that, and it wasn't as bad in the race, in the Group 4. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but yeah, not this track combination is not the prettiest for this car, but at least for my style. But anyways, P11 is the best we can muster here, sadly. There's a couple of penalties in front. We weren't quite close enough to make those, to cash in on those. So, yeah, tough one. Excuse me, tough one there. I knew Group 4 wouldn't be my strength here, so maybe another week so we can swing it back. But yeah, Group 4, it tends not to be my thing. But a poor race 2 result will stand us in good stead for the reverse of race 3 in the Group 3s now. Rolling starts for these, as was the case last time we did Manufacturer Series. So there's our car, Fruit Gum. That's one. Yeah, there we go. So a beautiful piece of work, I have to say. I wanted initially the green for the Mercedes, but I think orange was the inspired choice. So that's our beautiful machine we're rocking with. Times are pretty good in practice, so let's see how we get on then. Immediately, I don't know if Fever was caught napping or this acceleration of this Mercedes is stronger than the top end speed. Sorry, it's stronger than the acceleration of the Supra, which I know has got good straight line speed. So we're going to try and make this the rare rolling start overtake into turn 1, and we get that move done. So that just leaves the two BWT, or sorry, no, not BWT, they're Evian cars, I believe. So yeah, more pink for Pine. So that leaves the two of them in front. They're in the Alfa Romeo, and I have some interesting thoughts about the Alfa Romeo rather later on in the race. Lap 2, Dominic's got himself a penalty already. You know, there's carnage happening behind. You'll see what kind of carnage later on. I'll go back to show it for sure. But anyways, Pine drifts off into this corner and goes off the track, and we're going to take that place then and move up into P2. Just about left enough space for him to come back onto the track there. And I know Dominic's got a penalty here as well. Now this Alfa Romeo we've used it once, I think. I can't remember where I used it actually. I may have used it in I used it in our second season in GT7. I can't remember what track I used it for though, but anyways, it's got good top end speed, but it does kill its tires a little bit. Dominic then gets a poor run out of this last corner and gets a penalty for his trouble, so it's going to give us a nice chance here to get down the inside here and take the lead of this race. So yeah, happy days. We have the inside line here. I have enough straight line speed to get this done. Our strategy is fairly simple. It's going to be a two-stop. We have full use of tyres available to us. There will be other tyre stipulations to come later in the season, but for now we've got all tyres available to us, and the simple strategy is 9, 9 and 9, all on softs. 9 laps on softs, and we built a 9-second lead in this first stint. However, understeered into the pit lane. Shocking stuff. I think I lost about 3 or so seconds with that. Well, it was about 9.2 seconds. Yeah, 3.5 seconds or so. Bit annoying that. Very annoying that. Very stupid as well. I just didn't brake quickly enough with that one. So yeah, very, very silly stuff. But here's the thing. Okay, so forget that then. I had a 6-second gap then over Pagani. And then the gap to others was naturally bigger. Full tank of fuel to fill up. Pine has jumped us into the pits with 86% of the tank. This fuel tank on this Mercedes is pitiable. You'll be lucky to get, you've got to be able to get 9-10 laps on this. And like 9 laps was that was a full tank for us. 9 laps essentially. So it's the greatest weakness of this car, I think, is its fuel tank. It's going to be tough at some places later on in the season. Lap 15. We've kind of bided our time here a bit. We've now at a point where the tyre wear is quite good here for us, and the tyre wear is switching then to the Merc over the Alfa Romeo, which is quite harsh on its tyres. Pine then goes wide, as he did earlier in the race, chops across the track to go defensive. I've got a greater speed, go break around the outside. There's contact made. Tom has made so much time up in third in the pits on fuel, so he's a factor in this race. I needed every bit of advantage I could get on Tom in this race. I've lost about 1.5 seconds of it as a result of that, which shouldn't have happened. So very unhappy about that, because I have to get a move on. I know Tom in that Corvette is very, very quick. So yeah, I was very upset, especially having seen Pines driving earlier on in this evening as well. So yeah, I had to kind of, Lee giving me encouragement just to kind of get the head down and, get back with it. Lap 18 then, we managed to pull away. We actually maintained our gap. We actually managed to find a little bit more gap on Tom, but very conservative pit entry. I lost about nearly a second with that pit entry, so not great. And Tom's got more fuel, so I did some fuel saving behind Pine, but not enough to the Corvette, because how Tom drives that Corvette. He saves a bit to not kill the tires, and because he's short shifting, you can short shift on that Corvette quite nicely and still have good top end speed.
Yeah, you've got
You do save quite a bit of fuel, so they're going to gain a lot of time on pit stops of fuel. So we're in a ghost race here with Pine on pit exit again. If you go for a full fill, I go deep into turn 1, and that allows Pine through. And this was quite well. I mean, you'll see how it ends up going. But we're on for a very good result. Yeah, annoying to have a 9-second lead at the end of the first stint, then wiped out by my own incompetence in the pit lane, and then fuel-related issues that are out of my control. But that's the nature of it. Lap 21 though, we didn't waste quite as much time to re-overtake Pine this time, and we're gonna have my exit out of the last corner was very, very strong compared to everyone else. I was able to get really good runs. So we're on the inside. I'm going to brake later into this here. I know he's got worse tire wear than I do. I'm not too happy about the incident that's come before, so I'm in the kind of send it mode. And 2.4 seconds is the gap we've got to make up for Tom. Our tire wear will be better, and we can go full send with fuel as well. We don't have to short shift or anything. Lap 26. This is the part where I really caught Tom. He goes a bit deep through turn 3 here. I have too much fuel, really, in all honesty. I wanted to leave something to play with, but I could have left a little bit more in the tank. Again, I don't like playing with fuel too much. It gets too risky. I'd rather have a bit at the end and know what I have, rather than having to worry about short shifting and fighting with another car. Like, especially when you're fighting with another car. I just don't like it. But we're right up Tom's ass now. But we've only got a lap and a bit to do it. I got a good run out of the last corner, but I needed another lap or two really to make this really count. So last lap then, lap 27, we pulled 7 seconds on Pine. Like, our pace was much superior to Pine's in the end. I did genuinely think when push came to shove in Group 3, I know Witchell's got the fastest lap there, but over the race pace, I did think I was the quickest on the grid on this day, through all circumstances. Tom goes defensive. I'm going to try hang around the outside, just get alongside him, just try something, because there's not many good overtaking opportunities left really at this stage, and I tried again, just make myself known to him. He leaves a space, to be fair, but there's nothing doing heading down into the last major braking zone, and I needed really this corner to make anything happen. Really, I needed a good last corner here. I didn't get it, and I wouldn't have enough time on the straight to do it. But there we go. Tom's going to win the race. Fair play to him. It was a great battle. We're going to finish P2 then. Tough. Obviously, if I hadn't twatted into the pit lane, that didn't help. If I'd not collided with Pine, or rather, Pine not collided with me, that didn't help either. And I not have to sit behind Pine for stint 3 to start, that didn't help either. So I feel like had things gone a little differently, both through my own circumstance and through otherwise, I think I could have really gone for that race win. As it was, we were right there. So I was annoyed at the end of it because, just things got away. Lee recovered to 4th out of all that, and when I say out of all that, you'll see quite quickly what I mean. But Witchell wasn't a factor in this race because he forgot to fuel. So some of the other results then you can see, but a good start for us, I have to say. Like, again, very, very happy with this Group 3 car now. I have to say I've got some running underneath it.
A lot of stupid mistakes, man.
My teammate Lee did an excellent job, considering that this was his point of view from lap 1, race 1. This is my reaction to seeing it for the first time.
I love the Group 4s. They're just my favourite.
Oh my god, Lee.
Yeah,
Chubbs forgot to brake into this corner, and poor old Lee, the absolute bystander, got sent towards the back. So how he's recovered P4 out of that, I think he's done an incredible job. But that's just rotten luck, isn't it? It's just absolutely rotten luck. So our pace is very strong in that car, and he did well to recover anything from that. There are the standings. Despite the two pretty shitty Group 4 races, we're in 5th place and 36 points, level with Pagani, a couple behind Ross then, and Chubbs, and Tom taking a nice lead early on in this one. which will then, on 30 points then behind the fray. So, yeah, there you go. That was the driving standings for week 1. And then the constructors then, despite Lee not being able to make the first race, you can see we're actually in a pretty good position with the constructors. There we are, 65 points in third, and more to come, I think, as well with that. So that's going to do it for this first week of the manufacturer series. Again, we'll go through all the other stipulations of the weeks and the race teams, etc. Next week is Trial Mountain, so that's our second race, and we'll go through the stipulations of that particular themed week next time. So, thanks very much for watching, and until next time.